maybe to zoom out here in kind of closing. I know another theme of this podcast has been the fact that we don't know anything because training camp starts today. We don't have a very good idea of what guys are showing initially, but it's always fun to have a little premature kind of like power rankings, especially when so much is riding on this year. It feels like, or there's just so much excitement around this year, I guess you would say. It's interesting to think about power rankings. I know that Marc Stein did one like a week or two ago, and he had the Kings at number 21, which maybe you can tell by that number. It's like, okay, that's an interesting place to put them. And again, we don't know a whole lot, but he did list that he had Portland, Los Angeles, the Lakers, Chicago, and the Knicks ahead of them, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And, I'm not asking for like a full 30-team power rankings, but just kind of addressing that. Are the Knicks better than the Kings?
I mean, I don't know how the Knicks are better than the Kings. Yeah. I mean, I think the Kings are more of a high teen team than a low 20s team. And I don't know. I couldn't name you the worst teams than the Kings off the top of my head without looking at something. But no, the Knicks aren't. You can easily make a case the Kings are better than the Trailblazers. But yeah, the Knicks, I don't know. They signed Jalen Brunson. I can't believe that was such a big storyline. Maybe because they were signing a backup point guard for so much. And I know Jalen Brunson's no ordinary backup point guard, but it's not like he's going to be like an all-star next year or anywhere close to it. I think he's a good player, but I don't know.
They're all riding on the narrative that like, oh, he's away from Doncic now. He's going to tear it up. We'll have to see. But I think I think that's the thing is I think you can make the argument they're better than the Portland Trailblazers. I think that's where the conversation is. I don't know why. I mean, and also I don't know. Maybe though because the Bulls have some very talented players, individual players. Like maybe you can make the argument that the Bulls are better than the Trailblazers and the Kings. I don't know. I'm not making that argument. The East, and I mean the West is, obviously got a lot of talent in it. But I think that conversation is more about because I mean, maybe in the Lakers too, because it's like those three teams. That's a big deal. What happens with those three teams: Portland, Sacramento, and Los Angeles. It's just like I'm not saying you have to get high on the Kings before the season starts, but I do think that they should be at least above the Knicks there. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's a rank, yeah.
And I still believe that Russell Westbrook. I still believe that Russell Westbrook can make things difficult for the Lakers. I don't know that the Lakers are going to let him sink their season because he can definitely sink their season. But I don't know. It's interesting that he's still there. I don't know if he's going to play or see the floor, but I don't know. It's not like I'm not necessarily betting on Los Angeles having everything ironed out as they hit the floor in October, But,
yeah, I mean, it's nothing to bet on, really. You saw what happened last year. Westbrook's still there. Mm-hmm.
Just questions all the way around, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like you're just asking us to talk about that by saying the Knicks are better.
And they probably do, and here we are talking about
it. I know, watch the Knicks win 48 games.
Jalen Brunson's an all-star. You're just going to be eating our words. Episode 26. They're just going to be mocking us.
Yeah. Let's write it down.